me, Queen Charlie, with my team.
It's Danny Pretty here. I'm Rosel.
I'm Min.
Welcome back to our HR2G vlog.
In Pre-Colonial, dito ay pag-uusapan natin kung paano tayo nauna sa maraming bagay bago pa man dumating ang mga Spanish. Oh, nandiyan pala kayo. Ikalawa naman, paano nagbago ang science and technology natin during the Spanish and American colonization? Akong bahala sa inyo.
At syempre, hindi ako magpapauli. Pag-usapan din natin kung paano tayo umusad at nag-modernize pagkatapos sa World War II at hanggang sa mga bagong republika.
So, kasama nyo ngayon ang HR2G vlog na maglalakbay sa bawat era na itapakita sa inyo ang lahat ng interesting na detalye. So, let's not waste any more time. Tara na, simulan na natin ang paglalakbay sa pre-colonial era.
Hi everyone, it's your Kafiji Rosel here, and today, we're traveling way back in time to explore the amazing science and technology of the Philippines before the Spanish came along. Sabi nga nila, history is full, lalo na kapag na-realize mo kung gaano ka-advance ang mga ninuno natin. Ready na ba kayo? Tara at simulan na natin! Alam niyo ba na bago pa man dumating ang mga Kastila, ang mga ninuno natin ay matagal ng eksperto sa agrikultura. According to Bindley and others, 2022, prior to the Spanish arrival in Luzon and circa 1800 Common Era, before the village was sacked by a Spanish military expedition, our model demonstrated between 1570 and 1800 adoption of rice as staple and the corresponding expansion in terraced agriculture along with a general diversification of diet and land use, enabled the village population to double without increasing total land use area. So yes, hindi lang tayo basta nagbubungkal ng lupa, may system na sila kung paano magtanim at mag-alaga ng mga crops.
Also, gamit nila mga celestial bodies like stars to know the right time for planting. Super fascinating, di ba? In the study of Makusi and others, 2023, the indigenous knowledge system and practices of the Metigsalog and the Ata tribes in Davao City are highlighted, with a particular focus on their unique agriculture techniques, rituals, and conservation practices. See, their understanding of the stars and celestial events was crucial for farming and navigation. Plus, may mga medicinal plants din sila na ginagamit for healing. Ang knowledge nila was the mix of practical science and deep understanding of nature. For example, in the study of Villanueva 2021, kadang elderly in Nueva Vizcaya apply materials and resources for indigenous healing modalities like relaxation techniques, massage or hilot, use of medicinal herbs, psychocultural education, cleansing ceremonies, and rituals. This illustrates the traditional practices that have persisted and evolved over time, reflecting a rich heritage of indigenous healing in the Philippines. But wait, hindi lang agriculture ang expertise nila, pati ang tools and construction, they were on point. Tingnan niyo itong bahay kubo, simple pero functional, made from local materials like bamboo, nipa palm, and hardwood. They developed tools for everyday tasks, like hunting, fishing, and cooking. Sila rin ang mga early engineers na nag-imbento ng mga kagamitan para sa tribal conflicts or wars. Talk about being ahead of time, di ba?
Ang mga artifacts na ito ay proof na advance ang mga ninuno natin pagdating sa metal tools.
From bronze to iron, they created tools and decoration that were both functional and beautiful. These artifacts show that they were skilled in metallurgy, meaning they knew how to work with metals to create practical tools and stunning jewelry. Super sophisticated designs that reflects their culture and trade skills. At hindi lang tayo isolate noon. Meron tayong trade relations with China, Indonesia, and Japan. Ang mga imported goods and technologies ay nagkaroon ng impact sa local culture and tech. cultural exchange brought in new ideas and technologies that influence our local practices. Ang trade routes at communication natin noong panahon na yun ay grabe. Parang global network na din.
So ayun guys, ang mga ninuno natin were truly innovative and resourceful with their advanced agricultural practices, sophisticated tools, and keen understanding of the universe. They were not just surviving, they were thriving. I hope you enjoy this deep dive into our pre-colonial heritage. Kung may question kayo or topics na gusto nyo pang malaman, just comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, our history is full of amazing stories waiting to be told. Bye! Wait lang guys, sali ako.
Hello everyone, it's Pretty Danny here, back with another dive into our history. Today we're going to explore how the Spanish and American colonizers influenced the development of science and technology in the Philippines. Kung akala nyo noon lang tayo nagkaroon ng progress, think again. Ready na ba kayo? Let's go! First up, Spanish era. When the Spaniards arrived, they introduced formal education. Imagine, bago pa dumating ang mga Espanyol, our learning was more practical and oral. Nasa bukid, bahay, or sa niche. Pero noong Spanish period, they established schools and introduced structured learning.
Basta best, the best!
Ang mga subjects like mathematics, medicine, and the basics of astronomy were taught in schools established by Catholic orders. Sila din na nagdala ng mga konsepto ng Western medicine at engineering sa bansa.
Siyempre, the technology wasn't left behind. The Spanish introduced new construction methods like the use of adobe, mud bricks, and tiles. Kaya ang daming bahay at simbahan noon na tumatagal pa hanggang ngayon.
Aside from construction, they also improve agriculture with new tools and introduce cash crops like sugarcane and tobacco. May mga irrigation system din na ipinakilala para mas mapaganda ang pagtatanim.
Isa pang malaking impact ng Spanish era ay ang galleon trade. Kung akala niyo para lang sa spices and goods, no. They also brought new ideas and technologies from different parts of the world na napunta dito sa Pilipinas.
From China to Mexico, maraming products and technologies ang napunta dito dahil sa trade. Kaya ang Filipino culture, even our technologies, ay influence ng iba't ibang kultura.
Hindi lahat ng naitulog ng Kastila ay pabor sa atin. Catholic Church na may malaking influensya, madalas pinipilitan ang pag-support ng siyensya dahil mas pinapaboran ang religious studies.
Kaya kahit may mga schools, limitado ang pag-aaral ng science. Dahil dito, maraming potential innovations ang napigil at hindi natuloy.
Fast forward tayo sa American era, kung saan malaki ang naging impact sa education and technology. Remember, after the Spanish, the Americans took over and they brought in a new wave of modernization.
They established the public school system, kaya tayo may public schools ngayon, and introduced the concept of free education. Science and technology education was greatly improved with the establishment of new institutions like the University of the Philippines. They also improved the health system by building public hospital and launching health campaigns. Nagkaroon ng focus sa sanitation, controlling diseases like malaria and tuberculosis. Very modern and systematic ang approach nila. They established research stations and supported studies that benefited the Philippines, aiming to uplift the scientific and technological capabilities of the country.
So that's it, guys. From Spanish introducing formal education and basic science to the Americans, establishing public education and modernizing infrastructure, malaki talaga ang naging impact ng colonization sa development ng science and technology sa Pilipinas. Hindi lahat ng dala ng colonization ay positive, but it's undeniable that these periods shape a significant part of our current system. Sana ay may natutunan kayo today. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below kung ano pa yung gusto nyo explore natin. Bye!
Hello everyone, it's me, Min Min, back again with another deep dive into our history. Today, we're exploring the journey of the Philippines as it rebuilt and modernized after the devastating World War II, and how science and technology played a huge role in shaping our country. Ang dami natin pag-uusapan, so let's get started. First up, let's talk about World War II. The war left the Philippines in ruins, school, hospital, and infrastructure were destroyed. Ang daming buhay at ari-arian nang nawala.
Grabe ang damage, kaya ang hirap makabangon. Ang focus ng bansa ay rebuild essential facilities like schools, hospitals, and transportation system.
After the war, the Philippines received preparation funds, especially from Japan. To help rebuild most of these funds were used constructing highways, rebuilding institutions, and providing training for Filipinos. Moving forward, with the new establishment of the new republic, government focused on improving science and technology. Human resource development became a priority, training more scientists, engineers, doctors, technology experts.
Human resource development was at the heart of this effort. The goal was to produce more professionals in the fields of engineering, science, and technology. Nakita natin dito ang pag-usbong ng mga technical schools and universities offering specialized courses. To boost our scientific and technological capacity, the Philippines tapped into overseas development assistance or ODA from various countries. Maraming mga projects ang funded ng ODA, especially in research and technology.
But the thing is, can we know what is ODA or Overseas Development Assistance? It will be explained in the attached video.
What is ODA? It stands for Official Development Assistance. Okay, but what does it mean? It means that a government in one country gives financial support to another country in order to stimulate its social and economic development. Think, for example, of education, healthcare, loans, infrastructure, agriculture, and much more. ODA was introduced in 1970 when the United Nations agreed that economically advanced countries should spend 0.7% of their gross national income on ODA. Later, the World Health Organization recommended that 14% of ODA should be allocated to global health. However, in recent years, budgets went down and the percentage spent on global health became less and less. Priorities shifted, for example, towards the private sector. As a result, countries that have improved access to healthcare with the aid of ODA are now at risk of falling back. On top of that, they are facing hurdles that affect their stability and put them at greater risk. The gap between rich and poor is growing. This needs to change. We need to reverse the downward trend in ODA in order to achieve universal healthcare for all countries, especially in fragile and conflict-affected countries. Health is a human right, and ODA is a crucial factor, so let's protect it. Hashtag Health for All. Care, act, share. Like CordAid.
So that's a wrap, guys. From rebuilding after the war and receiving international aid and focusing on human resources in the Philippines has come a long way in developing its science and technology sector. Ngunit tulad ng tulad ng ibang bansa, marami pa rin tayong kailangan gawin. It's a journey and every effort counts as we strive to improve and innovate. Sana may matutunan kayo today. If you enjoy this video, please like and share and subscribe. Comment down below kung ano pa ang gusto ninyong topic na i-discuss natin. Let's.
Wow! What a journey from the ingenuity of our pre-colonial ancestors, the changes brought by colonizers, to the resilience and the modern after World War II.
It's amazing how science and technology faced in the Philippines.
Agree ako dyan. We have already ahead in many ways, even we were the colonizer too. And kahit maraming challenges, our history during the Spanish and American paved the way for many of our recent cities.
After the war, we rebuilt, innovated, and pushed forward swiftly that we can rise above any challenge.
Few inches later.
Wow! Ang daming inspiring moments from our history. Diba? Kaya let's keep learning and appreciating our past as we build up and better future. Thank you for joining us on this journey.
Don't forget to like,
share,
and subscribe
to HR2G Vlogs.
Stay here and remember history. See just in the past, a part of who we are today. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.